Hello, welcome our listeners and followers to the Partnership Publishing Podcast. Today, I'm very excited to be here with our debut author under Lotus Books, Keifer Bates. Hello.
Hello.
It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the release of your debut title, Healing Truths.
Thank you. Very excited.
I have one here today. Here we go. Beautiful book, Healing Truths.
Thank you.
For those that can see, obviously those that can hear, you'll have to have a look for yourself. Healing Truths, Heal Your Pain and Return to the Joy of Life by Keifer Bates. Okay, so we're really excited to have this conversation today. Keifer has over 20 years of experience in healing and empowering others. She now teaches people worldwide on how to govern the self towards greater purpose and developing a higher potential and create the life they wish for. Big stuff.
Yeah.
What was so incredible is when we met you, we had that instant connection. Yeah. So please share with us, our listeners, our viewers, our followers, a little bit about you and kind of, your background to kind of present day.
Yeah. I suppose what's relevant to where I am in my life right now is my healing work, the therapy work, the empowerment work, and that came in many different ways, as in workshops, one-on-one, teaching seminars. It's just an evolving process where it was a very hands-on process into healing and into how do we empower ourselves.
Amazing. It's been quite a long journey, and just to give people an idea of where you are in the world, it's been quite an interesting process for us. It's you're our first author that lives in Bali.
This is it's very exciting to say that I live in Bali, since I was living in Edinburgh for 16 years, and many people who know Edinburgh well will understand that the weather is very different and the culture and everything to somewhere like Bali. So I think I don't know if it was necessarily a conscious choice to be here. I think initially it was, where shall I go to have a bit of time out from the whole COVID mania that was really hitting the world? And so this came up, and I initially thought I'd be here for 3 months. And actually that changed. So because I had another very inspiring process happen where I would start to build my own center here, which would very much house the knowledge and information that I come with. So this is very exciting process now, considering I thought it was a little bit of a stopgap, but actually who knows. This is what's happening now, and I will be very much looking forward to inviting people when the project is complete.
Yeah, I mean, that's just incredible. I know we've kind of shared that little bit of the journey kind of with you since getting to meet you and getting to know you that little bit more over the journey of was publishing your book. But it's I get goosebumps now just even talking with you and thinking about that, because ultimately I guess that's the thing. Anybody can tune in to their own self and their own environment and make a change, make a positive impact on their life for them, which can then in turn help the people around them, you know, anything.
Yeah.
Especially what we've learned from through yourself and many of our other authors, and just getting to know so many people, that it's not stagnant, that it can change and you can change it. And that's ultimately the work that you do. I think the book, Healing Truths, it's so poignant for that reason. I think following your journey, we've kind of got here, following a healer's revealing an inspirational journey towards liberation, self-empowerment and completion. It's very it's the words that you want to hear if you're kind of lost or struggled, or you just don't know where to turn. I think we all kind of found solace in that with your book. Like, you can just open it up at any page and something will resonate with you. And it's so practical. So for example, it's split into these two parts, but we've got take action. I've just opened it up here. And for those that can see, it's step 2, and it's connecting. It just says take action, make time for daily introspection. Begin by taking 10 minutes out of your day, whether by going for a walk, sitting in a quiet space, or simply closing your eyes. And it goes on, but it's practical information.
I mean, like you say, it's because it was a very personal journey, as well as one I shared with clients, people who I worked with, people who I supported through their own healing and empowering journey. I don't really speak about much that I haven't experienced myself. And this area is so difficult for most people. In fact, I think you need courage just to read the book, because it has that level of intensity, which was not meant. You know, I don't write these things in order to shock people. That is exactly how the experience of what I call my inner world felt like to me. And anybody who is having intense experiences, feeling discomfort, anxiety, of which there's a lot more now in the world with the unknowns, the unpredictabilities. This was something I was having to grapple with most of my life, and I made it my purpose to really understand what it means to feel stuck, to feel in pain and not feel like you can get past it. And I needed to know, at least that was my purpose. I needed to know, what is it? What are we doing that stops our liberation? What are we doing that stops us from being the empowered beings that we are? I couldn't bridge it without going within.
Questioning. I love that. Like, it's you get to that point and you just need to question. It's like you can't just accept what is. Like, I guess it's kind of like that ignorance is bliss scenario of, you know, you can just walk through life and kind of stay stagnant or stay similar but not question anything. But when you start to and you really open up, the world becomes so much brighter, more complex. But and I think it's interesting, again, I'm just flicking through as we're talking.
Great. No, that's the best way. The best way.
And I just kind of landed on this, and as you was talking, I felt that this was so relevant to where the conversations naturally progressed to. But Into the Darkness is a section, and a quote that we've used. So, I came to understand that in healing, a great challenge is to let go of the attachment to what you are expecting or what you feel you should become. It is crucial to understand the importance of letting go for spiritual growth and well-being. To let go is to realize that truth cannot lie in our expectations, but in what is. That's your words, Keeper.
Yeah, no, I always hear them as if
Amazing.
for the first time.
Yeah.
I don't have that capacity to really hold on, no, because every time I hear them, they say something else.
Yeah.
That
100%.
I'm the same as everybody else reading it. Where I am now, who I was then, I hear something else, and to me that really epitomizes the process of healing, because major hurdle to becoming stuck is the fact that we believe we should be something that we are not. And so that is a suffering in itself.
It's like an unraveling, isn't it, that needs to happen, like an unpeeling of layers. And
that's it. And
like
it's one that needs a lot of persistence, and the inner work is not easy.
No. And I think that's sometimes a misconception, isn't it, with spiritual growth, and potentially people that might be like listening in today, not really sure what Healing Truth was about, or kind of categorizing it with that spirituality, and kind of unsure, and that must be so easy, you know, they must be living like the most serene world and the serene life.
Absolutely.
It's not true, is it? It's because you're going deeper, you're feeling everything so much more, and so you're naturally experiencing that extreme highs and the extreme lows and everywhere in between. And I think it's just one of the most misconceptions about kind of people that are spiritually aware or on that path. You know, I think your book really enables people to kind of get a real practical feeling and hold on what it is to kind of go through this.
And I think it's very true in either spiritual circles or groups or communities that we feel we belong to in a spiritual context as well. We have our ideals, and it's very hard to question and believe that we have something to contribute to age-old spiritual traditions. It's very hard for us to believe that we hold something very unique inside of us. And this is partly why the book was written at the point that it was written, because for me and for those who will follow me into my kind of future self, will see that there will be forever change there, because that is life. I'm not saying that this book epitomizes the whole of the experience of my life. It was one moment. And yet that moment was important enough to record, to document, because of the levels of it touched within the inner world, which often is so, if not taboo, it's a place where we just don't want to go. And heaven forbid, stay there for long periods of time. So I'm trying to show the benefits in a practical sense, as you say, to what is it that we hold, and what can we do just on a very basic practical level that allows for the potential of us to raise our vibration, to be able to sense something that comes from us and not what the external world tells to us. And so it's really reflecting back to the world everything that is being shown to you, and say, but what do I sense?
Yeah.
of this situation. And to continue to bring that attention back inside.
It's a huge skill, isn't it? And it's something that you work on then continuously, because once you're aware, there's no going back.
That's
and I
right.
think it's incredible. And going back to the word you used earlier, it takes courage to read this book, and it takes courage to be human. It takes courage. And I think another poignant quote here in the book: courage is needed to explore the self and master what is real. And I think 100% with your book, we follow your journey. You're very open, you're very honest with it, but then to then have that part of then the practical. So once we get to know and connect with you, we're then exploring that world that's then open to everybody, you know. And I think that we just absolutely fell in love with it. I get goosebumps now just talking about it. And I think when I just remember when we first met you, and there was that connection, you know, we are different ourselves as a publishing company, you know. I think we were very open with you right from the get-go in regards to how we work, and we're very mindful, and we say that we are a spirited business, you know. We're heart-centered, where you know, we will meditate, we will check in with each other as a team, we'll work with the universal energy, we believe in that. And I think it naturally, we were so passionate about your book and your work. We're excited for the release of this. We're excited to get it out there in the world. People have received their pre-orders now, so we're kind of we're all systems go. So for anyone that would like to I guess follow Kiefer's journey, understand that process more, please do so. You're online, kieferbates.com. You are on a few different social channels, I believe. So Instagram.
Though I can't say there's a lot happening there at the moment, but it's there. So it will, I have no doubt, be given a life at some point. But at this stage, developing the teachings is something that I'm really concentrating on. And so the future work will see many more books, which is in process, just to be able to really document the information with understanding that nobody can give us a roadmap to empowering ourselves. However, there are some very universal guideposts that can be so helpful. And sometimes you just need that helping hand. And having known and understood what it's like to read something, see something that just gives you hope, that just allows you to say, okay, maybe this will not last. This moment will change. And it's just reminding also of the what I understand as higher teachings, the parts of ourselves that we are still yet to really explore, and yet are all there for us to explore. And also look at sharing some of that higher knowledge with people, so that they can also feel the perspective, and as you say, of being human. What does that mean?
100%. I think this is it, and you are ours, and now you are everybody's guide. You know, you are, in a first instance, with Healing Truths, your debut title, you're able to start, I guess, kind of creating that foundation, that base, after the years of work and the life that you've had and the experience. It's like it's becoming now. It's providing that foundation for people, and it will be a real help. We're 100% sure it'll be an inspiration for so many. It will connect with so many, it will help so many, and we're just blessed and honoured to be able to know you, meet you, and that you felt that we were yeah, right for you as publishers on this journey.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, your ethos, your approach was very similar, as you say, to what touches my heart. So it felt very natural. The most amazing thing is that I found you. You know, that actually I didn't even know that existed. It was like something very magical. I couldn't believe. So, you know, well done in a world where it's actually quite hard to stay true to the values that seem different, work different, and obviously need to be more meditative in its process. So I'm so grateful. How could I not hand my book to you? It was so easy. Thank you for making it so easy.
It's incredible. And so I guess a final question to round this up is if you could give anybody any advice, whether they might be writing or they're unsure of what to do, like what kind of piece of advice maybe would you give someone considering writing or wanting to publish a book?
I think because I too am only just starting my writing work as well as continuing the teaching work, I believe that this can feel pressure to you know, complete something that feels like it's out there with all the other big reads in the world. And it's just, if that happens to people. It's something that for me, I believe is something that will happen if it is meant to happen. And so in the beginning, write what feels real. And continue to stay connected to not imagining the what the world expects from you. Because I don't believe, and it is the main, I believe, the main theme of my work. I don't believe there is anybody else like you. So that's your greatest asset. Be real. Define yourself and how you feel about what you do. And to me, that's the foundation.
That is incredible. Thank you so much for, those words of wisdom. I think that's just incredible. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you. I hope our viewers, listeners have found that inspiring anyway, and hopefully gained a great insight into why they should read Healing Truths, because they really need to. Please, if you haven't already, purchase your copy and follow Kifah on her social, on her website, and please keep in touch. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to contact us, Partnership Publishing, find us, and we'll be sure to connect you. But thank you so much.
Many thanks for that. I wish all the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care in Bali. And we'll speak to you very soon.
Many thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.